Hi, my name is Ron Goins. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of NitroDesk Incorporated, located in Bellevue, Washington. We are the makers of TouchDown, the Exchange active sync client for the Android platform. TouchDown is the most fully featured Exchange client on the Android platform, and it provides about an 80% experience for what an Outlook user would expect to find, except they find that on their Android device.
Could you tell us what started you guys to make this kind of app?
When the original Android phone was released, the T-Mobile G1, there was a lot of press about the lack of corporate support, lack of email integration for corporate email systems, specifically Exchange. And we recognized that as a need and decided to fill that gap.
Okay. And besides the business users who I guess is your core target, can you speak a little bit more on how this can integrate into the consumer, just your normal consumer market?
A lot of companies don't provide cell phones or mobile phones for their employees, yet still have an expectation that they'll remain somewhat connected to their corporate email systems. So the beauty behind this is you can go out and, a consumer can go out and buy their own phone through their existing carrier or a new carrier, or an unlocked phone for that matter, and download our client out of the Android market, connect to their corporate Exchange server through the quick configuration wizard that we have, and in most cases be up and running with corporate email connectivity in about 5 minutes.
Okay. Speaking of the Android market, what is your personal opinion or your company's opinion on how, from its evolution into the state it is now, what can you see improve, if anything? What is your idea on the Android market right now?
I think the Android market distribution method right now is really good, compared certainly to Apple, which is extremely closed. They don't allow any application that competes with an existing Apple application. Exchange is a great example of it. The things we would like to see, one pain point for ours is the Android market has a tendency to lose our key application, and we get a tremendous amount of support emails from folks who are migrating devices or have had to perform a hard reset on their device and want to reinstall and are unable to find the key application. They can find the regular bits, the trial version that's posted to the market, but they are unable to find the key application to get them back to the fully licensed version. So whatever is causing that, and which is still under investigation by the folks at Google, we would love to see that kind of issue resolved in a really more timely manner.
Okay. What are some of your favorite Android apps?
I have to say SMS pop-up is brilliant. There are so many different methods of locking a device. The fact that it floats your incoming SMS to the top of the screen, regardless of whether it's locked or not, is awesome. Being an ex-policeman, Police Stream is another great fun app out there. A phenomenal way to annoy your coworkers.
I guess to speak on how our site helps Android developers, we get a lot of inquiries coming in on your product, and we always filter those inquiries to you guys. Can you speak a little bit on, or some kind of metrics or anything that will help other developers see how your app, your support from us has really helped you?
Yeah, we were one of the initial advertisers on Android Tap, and that has just been a tremendously successful experience for us. We get an enormous amount of referrals. We can go back and look at our landings, through our web analytics, and a huge number of people that end up being paying customers to our site come directly from Android Tap. So that's a huge benefit to a developer that is looking for a distribution method without having to pay these astronomical advertising rates that some of the big corporate sites do, advertising on a network television mobile website is prohibitively expensive for a lot of Android developers.
So what cool or interesting uncovered tip or trick have you seen with your app that you can share with the community?
One thing that's kind of neat is we actually allow you to manage rules around alerts. You can custom configure, you can use the device settings. So if you have a device that supports it and want, a magenta flashing LED light when you get a mail from your mother-in-law, you can do that as well. A neat little feature that I find great fun with my IT security background is that you can remotely lock your device out, and by changing your password and trying to log into the device with an incorrect password a couple times, that will lock out your Exchange account.
Okay.
Which is a double-edged sword.
Correct. So what advice would you give other Android developers out there? What kind of things that you can foresee and get them over that hump? Or
don't be afraid to go big. If you've identified a gap in the applications that exist out there or something in the Android operating system that could be enhanced, just go do it. The beauty behind Android is its ability to be extremely agile in the market. And the Android user community supports that greatly. So if you put the killer app out there to manage whatever XYZ function that you have, they'll beat a path to your door.
Okay. We need some information on how to get the app. If you're not familiar, if you don't see it all the time on AndroidApp.com, give us a website, support address, price point. How do we go about getting the app?
You can download it from the Android market, and as there are multiple versions of Android in the channel right now, there are also multiple versions of TouchDown. There's one specifically for Android 2.0 and 2.1 devices. There's even a pre-Cupcake version for the folks that are running their very original bone stock G1. It's $19.95. You can order it, so you can purchase the key through the market, or you can purchase it from our website, which is www.nitrodesk.com. If you have any support-related questions, if the quick configuration wizard doesn't work for you, or any other sort of weirdness with your Exchange environment, send an email to support@nitrodesk.com.
And to piggyback on that, and this is through first-hand experience with NitroDesk, I have to tell you, their support is almost instantaneously. You'll get an answer back within less than 15 minutes. If not, then I promise you'll get it back in a day or less. Any critical problem that you may have with the app, so I can attest to that. Is there anything else that you wanted to?
Yeah, I have to say the support functions that we have is really the stock and trade, right? With nothing, we are literally nothing without our customers, and we try really, really hard, as I say in the emails to folks that write in for support, we try really hard to not poke our customers in the eye, when they want to use our product. We don't charge if you want to migrate devices. You don't have to buy the license again. If you have to flatten your phone and rebuild your phone, you don't have to buy the license again. People in the corporate and business environment right now would probably rather have a lack of oxygen than a lack of email. So it's critical when somebody is out of email, they have to get back in business as soon as possible, and we try to make sure that our support allows people to do that.